And welcome back to my channel. It's Christy here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you want additional information for the week, you can always check out your Moon and Rising sign readings in addition to your Sun sign reading, or if for any reason your Sun sign reading isn't resonating with you this week. So this is for Virgo for the week of October 3rd through October 10th. I am going to be using the Healing with the Angels Oracle for our main spread today with a focus on healing this week. And then as always, drawing additional cards from each of the other decks, being the medicine cards and the wisdom of the Oracle deck. This is a general reading for your sign, Virgo, so whatever is most prominent in your life, I encourage you to take these messages and apply them to. And hopefully you find them helpful in healing. So what does Virgo need to know this week with regard to healing? Wow, looks like a gorgeous week ahead for you, Virgo. Particularly, like I said, with regards to healing. Let's just get a little snapshot of what's going on with all of these cards together, and then of course we'll look at these one by one. Put that a little bit closer. So, I mean, you can probably see this from where you're sitting, but romance is central to you this week. There could be an opportunity for healing a romance itself, or through healing a phase of your life, or a piece of your heart, or even psyche, or attitude, or belief system through sensuality, through the romantic endeavor. Whether or not you currently have a partner, Virgo, it's not important. The important part is that the healing occurs around a romance or an element of sensuality. I think that you'll be driven to be focused on this, and you're ready and willing to work on this. You probably know exactly what needs to be healed or is in process of healing already, and you're going to feel so relieved at the end of this, maybe even a sense of being blessed or understood in a way that you haven't been before. Perhaps it's because of something that you're saying or doing for the first time as well. Again, whether or not you're in a relationship, it's really all about how you feel about yourself, what you think of yourself, what you're willing to provide, sensually speaking, within a romantic relationship. You don't even have to possess one right now. But the work needs to be done in order to pursue a romantic relationship, and it'll be to your benefit. And if you do happen to be in the midst of a relationship, the romance itself, an element of sensuality within the romance itself could be healing. And I'm really happy to say that. I hope that this is the reality for you, because it seems like it could be healing for both individuals as well. And of course, a theme regarding artistry, okay? So here with sensuality and artistry, it could be that you're an artist or dating an artist or interested in dating an artist. It also could be that this is where you're finding or expressing your own sense of sensuality, you know, your unique style of sensuality. If you are in the creative process this week, Virgo, it could be that your art, whether that's textiles or fabric or music itself, or writing or acting or whatever is artistic in your life, it could even be in the sensual arts, that you're elevated by this, that you have a newfound wisdom available to you this week within the confines of the artistic world. So I'm just seeing a very pleasing, a very expressive week for you, where you will benefit absolutely, and very possibly, if you have a partner or are interested in partnering up, the other person is going to experience healing due to what you're bringing to the table. So it's just a beautiful looking week for you. A lot of expression here. Much of it could just be through the understanding of knowing exactly what you want. I mean, it's 90% of the work that goes into really getting anything that we want, isn't it? Is just really being firm about what it is that you want and focusing on that. And that's what I see occurring for you this week. So could also be a week where you might want to be careful around what you wish for. You'll probably get it. So, and I don't mean to hesitate necessarily either. I mean, be bold. Really make it known what you need and what you desire, and who you are. It's a really nice week to be vulnerable as well. Romance not only includes sensuality, but it includes vulnerability, right? This is only one aspect of romance, which is, the flesh, touching someone or feeling as though you're attractive to someone. This is but one element of romance, feeling understood, feeling that you're special, feeling that you are respected, feeling that you have something really important in common, with at least one thing in common with a potential partner. So that's all intimacy. And of course, the level of revealing something about yourself, not just your skin. I insist this is the easy part, right? We can, we can be breezy with someone all we want and still keep our hearts, tied up for some reason, or we can keep someone at bay. So romance does include a sense of vulnerability. Obviously, you don't want to provide something to someone who isn't giving the same back to you. So just be aware here that it's equal, that this is equal between the two of you, that you're both sharing, you're both open, you're both honest. There's that mutual respect. If all of those things are in play here, what I'm seeing here is this is going to turn into a very beautiful experience. Now, it doesn't mean necessarily that it will last. There's absolutely no guarantee of anything like that. Everything in life is a lesson. If this is something that you need to move through a long time, and there's a development that need to occur here, it could very well last, of course. So maybe as a rule this week, pay more attention to the vulnerability and the sensuality and connection, as opposed to where is this going? How long will this last? This type of thing. Really enjoy this part of the romance without, seeking, answers or definitives right now. You don't need to know what tomorrow has in store, because what you have now is so beautiful that it's really important that you enjoy it. This is the influence to the current position being romance. This is focus. You're not going to have to work very hard on this at all. This is going to just be something that feels like it's coming, welling up from within. And it could be largely having to do with not only your state of mind, if you're still unattached. This is a state of mind for you. This is something that's become important to you for your own reasons. You're not trying to impress anybody. You're not trying to acquire anybody. You don't need a status here, as in relationship status. Your focus is on the sensuality for sensuality's sake. for the way that it makes you feel, for the way that you can be comfortable and confident in, and then go put yourself in a romantic position. If you are in a relationship, whether it's beginning or committed, the focus is going to be here as well. Perhaps you're trying to take it to another level, or you're trying to find common ground in an area that you haven't discovered with a partner up until now. But I do see enormous excitement in store for you regardless. And I do, obviously, if this is with a partner and the focus and the romance and the blessings, this is about fruitfulness, right? This is about the other person. If you were to just maybe be that vulnerable with them, say, you know what, I'm going to tell you something that I've never told anyone before, or, let's, I really feel like I can trust you, and it's a really nice, comforting place for me to be. Whatever it is that you need to tell that person, it can be as intimate as you want it to be, and it will be well received. But you don't have to do anything that's uncomfortable. There's no rules here. You don't have to do something by a certain time. You just go with your heart, with romance in mind, because blessings is your probable outcome. Now look at this, okay? An angel above the situation, above the town, above the relationship, blessing it. There's a romance that's being blessed, a communication, a vulnerability. And like I said, if you can keep your mind on the what is and not what will be, that's where the joy is found. And that's where the connection is going to feel pure. It's going to feel like you're living in the moment, like this is the only moment that matters. And I really feel, Virgo, that if you express that attitude this week, you'll begin to understand that feeling, and then that feeling will help gravitate you to higher levels or higher expressions of this romance, as opposed to, intellectualizing the romance, or, what do we have now and how does it feel, as opposed to what lay ahead. Not that you shouldn't have that in mind for a long-term goal, absolutely, but you're going to want to keep those long-term goals about relationships out of the romance phase, okay? Here with music being the general energy for the week, touching on all cards, this is where we're looking at expression, like undiluted expression of yourself, and desire and friendship. And again, with the connection. See, music is a universal language. We call this universal because you can be any age, any language in the world, any culture in the world, and you put a guitar and a drum beat and someone singing and it's catchy, it doesn't matter. Around the world, they're going to get it because it's a feeling, okay? It's an expression, it's an essence, and this is what's going to carry you through this week. So again, calm the over-intellectualization of this phase, if that's indeed what's going on, or if this crops up and you're sort of, you want, definitive answers or something. No, treat this week as the expression and the learning and the connection. And again, briefly, this could be someone who is him or herself a musician or an artist, okay? Music is, of course, but one element of the art. So in any way that there is expression allowed within the confines of sensuality and romance, have fun with it too. This is a really nice week to have fun and let someone be expressive with you, right? Maybe someone was just waiting for a little bit of an opening, or a little bit of a, you being open to hearing about something that makes the other person vulnerable. Maybe they needed to know that they were safe with you. And perhaps by showing them that you feel safe with them. And again, it doesn't have to be anything you're uncomfortable with. Make sure this is something that you are completely comfortable with, regardless of where the relationship goes. And I think that that'll be met very positively, and the other person will appreciate it so much that they will more than likely feel as though they are able to express with you as well. They could even write you a song this week, Virgo, no kidding. Or you could feel compelled to write someone a song or a poem or create a piece of art for them. Definitely anything having to do with expression, okay? That's unique to you. So we're just looking for one more jumper here out of this little deck. Put some final touches on this spread for you. I'm curious to hear how this works out for you, frankly, especially with the focus being on romance. I guess the only sort of caveat around all of this is don't let anyone take advantage of you, right? You want to be sure that, you know, you're safe in this, even though there's a focus on it. Just make sure that this other person, if there's another person involved this week, that they do have your best interests at heart, you know. You want to gauge that before you go ahead and be vulnerable. But as long as you feel safe, I would go ahead and express. All right, so a couple more shuffles. If we don't get a card, I will pull from this. There we go. Here we have Beaver. This is Builder. This is something that could be attached to how this is about to progress as well. So if you have any doubts or feelings of, you know, I don't want to get in too deep right now, or I don't want to reveal too much of myself right now, maybe as long as you feel safe, maybe take the chance, because something could be built. This could be the beginning of something that's going to grow from here, okay? So this could create a foundation for becoming closer to someone as well. So building is very important here. And of course, it's sustainable. Anything that Beaver builds is sustainable and long lasting. So, you know, take that chance, take that calculated risk this week regarding sensuality and romance, whether you're partnered or not. Now, how curious to see time to go here with Builder. This could put a wrench in things, or it could be about suggesting here that you're not getting what you want from the other person, or the blessing could be in that you're not being met with what you're pouring out, and that you've built for yourself your own sense of boundaries, your own home, as it were, and that you're fine with or without this person. This is what I mean about feeling safe going into it. Because you want to have your strong sense of self. You want to keep your focus. You want to feel blessed and expressive no matter what happens with the other person. And again, you don't want to express in a way where, you know, I'm expressing this to get something from someone else, right? Or, you know, I'm willing to express this part of myself, you know, but only if you do the same type thing. You have to be willing to express. You have to be willing to be that romantic partner or the sensual partner, no matter what the other person does. It's just that the other person is likely to be very to meet that very positively. On the other hand, if they don't, or if you're not getting exactly what you want back from the other person, you may have to make that clear as well. Okay, just simply because the focus is on romance, you could say, you know what, I am ready to move to the next phase, but I know you're not, and let's be friends. Or if you're ready for that, let's try again. But I'm going to cut my losses for now, and I'm going to take care of myself and do what's best for me. And you might, in that sense, and again, don't do it to manipulate anyone. Make sure that your feet are on the ground about exactly who you are and what you want. Because you will get it, right? And if this isn't the person, good. Okay, bye. Nice to know you. Make room for someone else. On the other hand, this could be about the builder phase here, about just letting go of the need to build something, letting go of the need to control how the outcome is. So Either way, I think it's going to be an exciting week for you. A lot of expression no matter what. Even if this is about not getting what you want, there is not only a lesson in that, but there could be an element of inspiration around art itself. So it's not a loss no matter what occurs by the end of the week through your efforts, through romance and sensuality, and of course expression. Feel blessed no matter what. You have everything you need. If this isn't the partner for you, make room for the right partner. If it is the right partner, it could easily build into something else. It's just important to enjoy the moment now for what it is. So that is your reading for the week, Virgo. If you have a second, let me know how it works out for you. And if you're not already, subscribe to my channel because I upload videos for your sign every single week. So until we meet next time, take good care. Bye for now.